Using such kind of sheets and load such kind of data on Primavera P6 and tracking, making that easy using Primavera P6 advanced level features like cost account, cost codes, and resource codes. First, we need to understand how to do that. So we have this Primavera P6 sample project, and behind that project, we have an assignment. So here we are, we can see one by one, there is column A, not against every single activity, but I will make you understand. This is bid item mentioned in your BOQ or pricing. Then there is cost account or cost code. Then there is, you can say this is resource code, because if you can understand this excavator 50,000 pounds capacity, there is loader, there is pickup, there is tractor, there is foreman utilities, you can see that. Okay, so these are the resource codes, this is cost code, this is bid item, and under this column you can see that there is an activity, and again this is a repeating one, but this is against bid item, this is against for cost code, okay, or cost account. And under this, you can see only there are resources. Same repetition, activity under cost code, and then all the resources. And there is column which is explaining all the resources and the resource types, manpower, material, and machinery. Same. This is activity. This activity, same repetition under cost code and working resources on this activity, and then their category, their rates, their units in which they will be measured, their cost per unit, and then their total cost. And then this is going to help you people. And this column is actually from where we are acquiring these resources. Like these resources are getting by this vendor. Then we have this vendor acquiring these resources, then this vendor. So we have multiple options to track all these things. There are cost accounts we can assign. There are resource codes we can assign. There are activity codes we can assign. But right now I'm going with cost accounts and resource codes. So whatever you will find better for your project, you can utilize. So keeping this thing in our mind, these are the activities: preparing ROW, and then this activity, removing concrete, then these are only the scheduling activities. I'm going to take these activities as a sample project into Primavera P6, you can see, and I will share here all these activities as a sample project, and there are 74 activities. I'm just showing here how to do that. The first thing, step by step, you have to take this thing. The first thing, load activities, see, activities. I have loaded, okay, step by step. Then load resources. But there is again one thing. If I take this thing into the consideration, there are multiple ways to load your cost. So this one can be loaded as a resource. Later on, you can define, you can assign this cost code to this resource. Okay. You got my point. This is an activity. Again, you can create this as a resource in Primavera P6. There are multiple ways, but the first methodology I'm going to share with you. So preparing ROW. Now I'm going to load resources. So under Primavera P6, I have already loaded this one under material category. Okay. So again, I'm going to load. This is one method. Sharing here, preparing this one, or under this one is the same thing. I will share. Okay. And then under work, again, add, because this is the one method. Primavera P6. Okay. Again, add button. This is actually going under, I will fix it, no problem. So I will be sharing here excavation. Embankment, huh? So same way you can create because you want to make fixed cost. So embankment, I will move outward. Okay, at the same level. You see? So one by one, you can again under this activity, you can see this one or this one, whatever, because I have this activity inside my schedule. That's why. Okay, this first step. Now I have to see that the these are the unit of measurements. This is square yard, then there is cubic yard, and then there is square yard, then there is station. Okay. The third most important because we are actually generating under the category of material, so I need to define under admin categories, unit of measure, add CY, cubic yard. Okay. Okay. I have here cubic yard, right? See here. Okay. Add square yard. I think I have. Okay. And then station. I have. Yes, I have. Okay. So now I'm going to define here unit of measure, broadcast. Let me check what is given over here. Preparing station. It's given. Removing concrete square yard. So removing concrete is okay. Okay, then embankment, cubic yard. Okay, then excavation, cubic yard. Okay, this is the second step to do. Broadcast, this should be checked. So here we are. This should be in square yard. Okay, square yard. Here we are. So the first setting is done. Now after this, we have to make, you can see that per hour rate and okay. You can also make cost account over here, not here, after assignment. So what is the per unit cost? Per unit cost is given in this column C. Okay, per unit cost column is 405, one by one. 405 is already there. Removing concrete. What is the cost for that one? Removing concrete. 705, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. Okay, 7.5. What is saying? Okay. Okay, now it's okay. Embankment, it's 19.12. Make sure it's all selected. Okay. Again, 19.12 and then seed 0.65. This is per, okay, 0.65. Okay. And then removing concrete. Removing concrete. What is the 7.5, right? I already make it. Excavation 18.86. Excavation 18.86. Removing concrete 7 point, preparing. Okay. Okay, done. The second step is done. Now this to complete this first is just to make sure preparing ROW. This I have will be assigning like this way. Okay. And removing concrete, very simple. Removing concrete, then excavation roadway. I'm assigning resources. Embankment, add resource, embankment, and then backfill, furnishing and placing, whatever. Okay. So these two steps are done. Now I'm going to make sure, because whenever we are going to make cost accounts, how cost account is going to work. First, we are going to develop activity. To this activity, we already have done that step. We are going to assign resources. And we know that for the memory purposes, we have to assign these resources. The basic settings we have just done, like unit rate and all that, material unit of measure. First unit of measure should be there as per the sheet, and then the rate. Okay. After this, we have to assign cost account to these resources, cost account. So that's how it will be workable. Cost account will not be directly given to activities. It will be activity code, which will be directly given to activities. Activity, remember that. Activity code. But right now we are actually focusing on cost account. So first activity, then assign to activities resources, then assign these resources cost accounts. So that is actually methodology. Okay. So what we need to do, we have to go into enterprise, and you can just write here cost accounts and add. And okay, just give me a moment. I just want to make sure add, just add your cost accounts over here. See, I will show you how our cost accounts look like. So here we have cost accounts 1006002. You can prepare one major, this one, and then under that one 1006002. Just make me clear about it. Cost account where it is given. Enterprise cost account. Here we are, and let me. I don't think it will be deleted because a lot of time these are already assigned somewhere. Huh? So I will click add. Okay. Okay. Like this. ID 1006002. You can give some name to this cost account. Okay. Cost account A, let's say. You can, as per your company code as well. Okay. Then add, I will share Primavera P6. This one is 1042. Add 1042. Okay, the same is already developed. 1106001. Okay, I'll make any, it's not like you can make 1106001 cost account C, then add, let's say there is cost account 1208009, cost account D, okay, and then add randomly, you can see there is 3200987, and this is cost account F, okay. Now, one by one, we can see that we have to, if you can't find cost account over here, just make sure right click customize, and from here control F, just write here cost account and move it to here. Okay. And apply. Okay. Once it's done, just click this and make your assignment as per your sheet. Okay. As per your sheet. So here we are. Here we are. Just give me a moment where it is same. Then here embankment, C, then here same way. Okay. So the same thing, it will go on for even 1000 activities are there. So now make sure what is the cost. Either you should go for the total cost, or how the cost is given over here. See here, you can see that for preparing row, there is station. 19 multiply is going to give you this much cost. So 19 and this one, this per total quantity and per unit cost. So just 19 is total. Okay. So what I'm going to write 19 and then total cost. What is total cost? I will share, not total, 405.27, the per unit cost. 405.27 is going to give you, oh my God, 405.27, and it's going to give you, what is this one? 19, huh? Okay. See this much? It's going to give this much cost. See this much. Okay. So here, same. What is total units and how it's going to, either you can make here the total cost like this way, or you can fix it by multiplication. What is this? Removing concrete. 778, 7.5. 778, 778, and 7.5. See, it's going to give you this 1237. Actually, it's going to multiply. So it should give like this way. No, no, no. No, no, no. Actually, it's actually dividing the cost. I need cost, huh? Per unit cost. I need. I will define it. It's not like that. What I'm giving over here. This is actually total square yard. I need to define budgeted cost. So where is cost per unit? Huh? Rate. Rate will be given. Okay, okay, I got it. This total 165. It should be. Yeah, yeah, I got it. Just this concept, just understand this. This is a total work. So this will multiply over here, this 18.86. 18.86 is already given. You understand now? The same, just give me a moment. This excavation, roadway, there is something fishy, huh? Because I have not taken that thing into consideration that removing concrete is given, removing concrete and removing concrete here. 7.5. This rate will multiply. So how cost will come up there? 7.5 will multiply. This is per unit cost. 7.5 is going to multiply with this total budgeted units. But what are the total budgeted units? I will define because 778. So just give me a moment. 778. And it's going to see this was the confusion. Let me clear it. This confusion. This is total effort. This is per day effort. I was actually confusing that is going to give you cost. No, no, no. This cost will be concluded. Obviously, this factor is going to multiply with your resource per day cost. This one. This one. This will multiply with this one. You got it? So that's how it's going to be calculated. So these are the steps you are going to carry out to complete all these things. You got it? So that's how you are going to, on a lengthy project, it's going to smooth your project to track your cost and all that. Simple. You are going to do that. So after doing this thing, you are going to implement these things in multiple ways. Okay. How? I will share with you the things. There are multiple things you are going to do. Into the project, there is resource assignment. Under this resource assignment, you can make, see, this is the tracking kind of thing. One thing, this is resource assignment. This is a tracking for resources. One thing you are going to do, you can implement your this filter. This filter can be formulated by using these cost accounts. If your cost account, I will click on this cost account. Where is cost account? Just give me a moment. Where just it's given here or under, see this one is under or equals to your certain one. When you have a lengthy project, you have multiple kind of things and you can track that easily on what activities that certain cost account is going to work on. Simple. This is the simple way you can apply cost account. And you see, if you want to take all the project except some certain cost accounts, let's say you don't want see this to be included in your that report, apply. You don't want that one that is not included and everything is included. See, either ways you can apply filters and all that. This is one way you can make. Okay, delete it. And how to formulate it? There is one parameter. Just remember it. There is one parameter. You can make equation. You have cost accounts and all that. Okay. And the second most important thing I will share with you. Go into the activities and here in group and sort by. Go here and make cost account over here as well. See, directly I'm apply, and now you can see that you have all your project under your cost account. See, these are your cost accounts. And I have developed these cost accounts on my will. You can give these cost accounts the company numbers 1006002104 whatever. Okay, you got my point? It's all depending on you. The second, this is the one way to track your project. This is the first way. This is the first way. The second most important thing, now you have multiple things, bid items. You can create the same methodology you can use and you can create multiple cost accounts. I will just get back to the original one, WBS. Here we are, apply, okay. And I can see, go to the cost account, enterprises. I can create multiple cost accounts over here. Or there is, see, just give me a moment. And then if I want to track my activities under the this category, like I can define over here. See, I want to track my activities under this vendor name, under this cost type, manpower, material, machinery. Primavera P6 is actually tracking these all things automatically. Don't worry about that. So we can, this cost type, this activity codes, this will be directly assigned to my activities. So how to do that? See, this is actually directly my Primavera P6 is going to do that, because in Primavera P6 you can see that every resource will be developed under this category: labor, non-labor, material, machinery, and you can find here, you can make filter over here, my resource type you can find, because this is the, see, this is very simple thing. Resource type is equals which one? Labor, material, non-labor, whatever. Because in this scenario there is only material resources, so no need to implement this one. So you can fulfill your requirement of that cost type by implementing of this filter. But I'm not going to implement. I think you can understand, because here only there are three categories of Primavera P. And even if you want to develop by the name of trucking, equipment, labor, and all that, you sub and PM, trucking, all these activity codes, you have to develop activity codes. Then how? I will share with you. See here, go into, there is activity code. Now activity code and cost account, there is a different. Cost account will be assigned to the resource and resource will be assigned to the activity, whereas activity code will be directly assigned to the activity. So how to do that? But here we have actually resources, sorry, we have these one resources. So I'm talking about resources, so we can define it as a resource code. So this will be defined as resource code. This will be defined as resource code because these are resources, na? So this will be resource codes. I will share with you how to do that. Enterprises, there you can find resource codes, add, modify, and make sure our add, like what kind of your resource CC project under this category are cost type CT, let's say, close, and select this one cost type over here where it is CC, let's see, or see, I have already developed these one as well, but these were with CT. Where is CT? New. Let's see. Add. There is equipment, any resource type, then add. There is labor, then add. There is PM, then add. There is equipment. Equipment is already done. Or whatever the third one. Whatever. Same way you can create your subcontractors or something like that. But that will I will develop in activity codes, not here. So del here, close, and in resources, just add one column, resource codes. So here we are. Let me check new, apply, okay. So where are resource codes? Under this one, see, but not on these activities. See, now I need to develop. This is the second way. This was the first way to create your project activity as it is in resources and implement this one as a cost account. Now I have to develop the second way. I have to develop all these resources in my resources. I have to develop all these resources. This is second way, which is quite lengthy one, but it's okay. We have to understand how to do that. Let's see. This is the second way. All these resources. I'm going to develop in Primavera P6 how to do that. Here we are. We already have these resources over here. Excavator, this one, and okay. Now what I'm going to do, I have developed all the resource codes and I have added this column of resource code by the new name, and you can see that excavator is actually equipment. Okay, I can see that one by one. See, simple. And then labor general, I have labor under labor. See, okay, and then operator utilities. This is also labor. Like this, in resource codes can be over here. So when we go into the resource assignments, and after assignment of these resources, now in the second way, I'm not going to assign these things over here. Okay, I'm going to assign those resources under resource codes. I'm going to assign those resources over here, and then I'm going to into the resource assignment, and I can track by that way. So these are the multiple methodologies we can do that. Okay, so same way I'll be sharing with you the things like this. See, all these things. This can be generated as cost account. 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 Okay. But this can be generated as also cost account. No problem. So to every single activity, we can define it as a cost account. And this can also be created as a activity code because this activity will only be okay. But I will prefer here only the implementation should be cost account. This can all be same cost account. So it's very simple thing. Okay. So there are the things you have to understand. You have to write again and again. These are methodology how to do that. Uh, thank you very much.